What's up everybody, blessed be, my name is Manon and you are watching Witch in the Working, where we will be discussing all things witchy in and around, throughout and about, above, below, and beyond. Please visit me on my other platforms as well, including Facebook, Instagram, and Patreon, all linked down in the description below. The full script of this video and most of the others is available on my Patreon account for download if desired to build your own Witch in the Working Book of Shadows. In the worlds of spirituality, occult, and metaphysical practices, the idea of lightworkers is both interesting and illuminating. These types of peoples, often identified as crystal babies, indigos, earth angels, or star seeds, are thought to possess a special and high vibrational energy, causing them to stand out in the occult communities. Their first and foremost goal is to help humanity, aspiring to make the world a more manageable place by introducing a universal healing and spreading positivity throughout existence. As many of you know, I've been quite skeptical of lightworking throughout my years involved with the occult. It's not that I am against lightworkers, it's just that I am very pro-balance in everything. It is the core of my beliefs. To me, balance is everything and key to a true spiritual growth. In my opinion, you need to experience everything in order to grow, not all one-sided, regardless of whether it be light work or shadow work. So I decided to look more deeply into light work and learn more about it, as to possibly open up my mind to some of these practices and understand them a little better. In this video, we'll talk all about the foundation of lightworkers and the reasoning of their work, which is called light work, giving you insights into what makes them tick and their roles in the broader spectrum of spiritual practices. So without further jibber jabber, roll intro. Welcome back everybody. So who or what are lightworkers? Lightworkers are considered to be souls who have been put on Earth with a unique mission, which is to contribute to the healing and upliftment of the planet. Many times they are thought of as bearers of light, love, and spiritual wisdom, with their goal to guide and uplift others through life's many challenges and pitfalls. These special people aren't only spiritual healers and guides, they possess a higher calling, if you will, that goes way beyond the norm of religious or spiritual undertakings. One of the most important characteristics of lightworkers is their elevated sense of intuition. They embrace an innate ability to sense and process situations and energies outside the realms of the ordinary senses, many times seeing the world through a deeply spiritual lens. This innate ability helps them in their day-to-day activities and decisions, balancing them with their higher purpose. Lightworkers are also closely in touch with energy changes in their surroundings and also in people existing around them. They can many times feel emotional changes, pain, or sorrow in the people around them, even before it's expressed in one way, shape, or form. This sensitivity helps them to offer comfort and healing in a manner that vibrate deeply with those in challenging situations at the moment in their lives. Also, lightworkers are very much known for their empathy and compassion. They have a unique ability to feel and embrace the emotions and behaviors of others, making them exceptional listeners and guidance givers. Their existence can be calming and healing, giving a sense of peace and comfort to those they come in contact with. The main job of lightworkers is to progress light and positivity. They strive towards uplifting the collective consciousness of all, often working with acts of kindness, teaching spiritual ideas, or basically being a demonstration of unconditional love and acceptance. There are a lot of lightworkers out there guided to professions or activities that involve healing, counseling, teaching, or creative arts. In this environment, they can utilize their gifts to help others who need it. In their journey to aid those in need, lightworkers often end up going through personal journeys of self-discovery and spiritual growth. They constantly are searching to better embrace and grow their abilities, working to balance themselves more closely with their life goal. This path is not always simple, as lightworkers can from time to time feel out of place in a world that may not always see things their way or value their special gifts and views. Lightworkers are a unique gang of peoples with their mission to bring about positive influences in the world. Their elevated intuition, sensitivity to energy changes, and remarkable empathy enable them to tap into others on a deeply spiritual level. Through their workings, lightworkers give us important and special energy to the overall healing and spiritual awakening of humanity. As we begin to understand more about Lightworkers and their mission in our world, we can better acknowledge the light they give to us in our lives and their collective quest towards a higher consciousness. Throughout the centuries, the idea of witches and witchcraft has developed and changed, bringing together the notion of lightworkers in very interesting ways. The historical facts of witches in Europe, many times seen as supernatural beings or spirits, offers a very close resemblance to the understanding of lightworkers today, especially in their roles as healers and practitioners of positive magic. Let's take a look at the connection between lightworkers and traditional witchcraft, especially in resemblance to the European cunning folk. In historical European scenarios, the term witch was many times seen as being associated with supernatural entities or spirits. The idea of a witch was not just tied down to a human being practicing magic, but also unfolded to a range of spiritual and otherworldly associations. During many horrible, monstrous inquisitions and witch trials imposed by the all-loving Christian faith, the meaning of a witch changed, developing into an accusation against those understood to have made deals with the devil or malevolent demons. The practice of lightworking, known for its healing and positive magic, finds a similarity in the historical ideas of the European cunning folk. The cunning folk were practitioners who concentrated on healing, protection, and beneficial magic. Their workings in magic often mixed together elements of Christian beliefs with what many understand to have pagan roots. However, strong historical evidence of such similarities and connections is limited. The cunning folk were community healers and guides, utilizing their knowledge of herbs, charms, and spells for the benefit of others. Lightworkers in today's day and age perform similar roles to the historical cunning folk. Their priority on healing, positive energy, and the overall good of others parallels closely with the cunning folk's practices. Both groups are understood to work as guides and healers, using their spiritual knowledge and abilities for the betterment of their communities. In these modern times, witchcraft is many times perceived as a New Age spirituality movement, specializing uniqueness in personal spiritual journeys. This idea of witchcraft as a non-dogmatic, individualistic path sit quite well with the ideology of lightworkers. Lightworkers and modern witches both embrace the belief in the power of the individual to effect change and healing in accordance with will, both on a personal and a collective level. The historical similarities and association of lightworkers with witchcraft shows us a long-standing tradition of spiritual practitioners with their sole purpose dedicated to healing and positive magic. The European cunning folk, with their importance on practices that focused on helping others, reflect the foundation of what modern lightworkers try to achieve. This connection gives us a rich historical backdrop to the modern-day understanding of lightworkers and their journey in spiritual and healing practices. As we've seen from the past, the tangled paths of witchcraft and lightworking show us a shared heritage of nurturing and protecting the spiritual well-being of our communities. So in the world of lightworkers, just like in the world of witchcraft and in the occult, there are different types of these energy workers. Just like there are many types of witches that fill many roles, so is this case with lightworkers. Let's take a look at some of the different types of lightworkers. Energy healers are lightworkers who focus on balancing and healing the energy systems of individuals. They use techniques such as Reiki, crystal healing, and chakra balancing to restore harmony in the body's energy field. Channelers serve as conduits for higher beings or energies from other realms. They receive and convey messages from spiritual entities, offering guidance and wisdom from beyond the physical world. Shamans are traditional healers who connect with the spirit world through rituals and practices. They work on an emotional and spiritual level, facilitating healing and offering insights into life's deeper mysteries. Psychics are lightworkers with the ability to tap into the collective unconsciousness. They provide insights into people's lives and future events through heightened intuition and psychic abilities. Mediums communicate with spirits who have passed on from the physical world. They act as a bridge between the living and the deceased, conveying messages and offering closure. Empaths are highly sensitive to the emotions of others, feeling and often absorbing the emotional energies around them. Their empathic nature enables them to deeply understand and support those in emotional distress. Spiritual guides offer wisdom and direction to those seeking spiritual growth. They mentor individuals on their spiritual journeys, providing insights and guidance based on their own experiences. Gatekeepers are lightworkers who help open spiritual portals, allowing for deeper understanding and growth. They facilitate access to higher levels of consciousness in spiritual realms. Healers, similar to energy healers, focus on providing holistic healing. They use a variety of methods, including spiritual counseling and emotional support, to help individuals find inner peace and clarity. Messengers receive and convey spiritual messages from guides, angels, and ancestors. They provide insights and guidance through their connection with the spiritual realm. Protectors guard against negative entities and energies. They often work to create safe spiritual spaces and provide defenses against spiritual and energetic harm. Transmuters focus on manifesting change and transforming energies. They work to shift negative energies into positive ones, contributing to overall healing and balance. Witnesses observe and support the spiritual journey of humanity. They're often involved in documenting spiritual experiences and sharing their insights with others. Light keepers hold and maintain high vibrational energies. They inspire and uplift those around them, acting as beacons of hope and positivity. Way showers guide others on their spiritual paths. They often lead by example, showing others how to live in alignment with spiritual principles. Dreamers tap into the power of dreams and visions to receive guidance and insights. They often interpret dreams and use them as tools for spiritual growth. Oracle Lightworkers communicate with higher wisdom through various forms of divination. They provide guidance and foresight, often through methods like tarot readings or scrying. The world of Lightworkers is fulfilling and diverse, with each type giving us specialized gifts and abilities to the spiritual communities. From healing and guiding to protecting and channeling, Lightworkers contribute substantially to the overall spiritual growth and healing of humanity. Embracing the different types of Lightworkers gives us insight into the plethora of ways spiritual work manifests and the many paths available for those seeking spiritual fulfillment. Lightworkers, known for their spiritual and healing contributions, encompass a wide range of roles and activities. Each type of Lightworker gives a special set of skills and roots to their work. Let's take a look into the specific roles and activities of various types of Lightworkers, including activators, teachers, earth stewards, light warriors, and responders. Activators are Lightworkers who dedicate themselves to awakening the spiritual potential in others. They facilitate spiritual awakenings, often through organizing workshops, retreats, or offering transformative experiences. Their approach varies from extroverted to introverted, with some creating art, music, or literature that inspires a profound mystical understanding in others. They offer tools and opportunities for individuals to experience spiritual enlightenment on their own terms. Teachers among Lightworkers take a hands-on approach in imparting knowledge and wisdom. They may find themselves in academic fields like psychology, theology, or philosophy, sharing ideas that elevate the spiritual understanding of their students. Artistically inclined teachers guide others in using various media to express and evoke deeper spiritual responses. They play a crucial role in passing on spiritual teachings and practices to others. Earth stewards are Lightworkers with a profound connection to the natural world. They engage in activities that nurture and protect the environment. Some may follow earth-based spiritual paths like Druidry and work in ecosystem restoration or herbal healing. Others might take an active role in environmental activism or law, fighting to preserve natural habitats and biodiversity. They embody a deep commitment to caring for the earth and all its inhabitants. Light warriors are the embodiment of strength and action in the Lightworker community. They're often involved in social justice advocacy and making tangible changes in the world. Some light warriors might engage in political activism, legal work to defend the vulnerable, or even physical actions like rescuing endangered wildlife. Their courage and dedication to their causes mark them as powerful agents of change and protection. Responders are Lightworkers who leap into action during emergencies or crises. While they may lead regular lives in various professions, they're always ready to assist in times of need. Their roles can range from firefighters and paramedics to volunteers in disaster relief efforts. Responders are characterized by their immediate and effective action in critical situations, often providing essential aid and support when it's most needed. From guiding spiritual awakenings and teachings to environmental stewardship, advocating for social change, and responding to crisis, Lightworkers contribute immensely to the healing and advancement of the collective spiritual consciousness. Their varied skills and focuses underline the rich tapestry of spiritual work and the many pathways available for those committed to serving humanity and the planet. Just like everything else we encounter in our day-to-day lives, even Lightworkers suffer from challenges from time to time. Understanding these struggles is very important for sharing emotional experiences with Lightworkers and understanding their contributions to collective healing and spiritual growth. One of the primary challenges faced by Lightworkers is energy depletion. Many Lightworkers engage in practices that involve channeling energy to help others, be it through healing, emotional support, or spiritual guidance. This continuous outpouring of energy, while fulfilling, can also be draining. Lightworkers may find themselves feeling physically, emotionally, or spiritually exhausted, especially if they do not practice adequate self-care or fail to set boundaries in their work. Lightworkers often possess unique abilities and perspectives that set them apart from others. While these abilities enable them to provide profound spiritual support and insight, they can also lead to feelings of alienation. Lightworkers might struggle to relate to people who do not share or understand their spiritual perspective, leading to a sense of isolation. This can be particularly challenging in environments where spiritual practices and beliefs are not widely accepted or understood. Many lightworkers face skepticism and misunderstanding from others regarding their practices and beliefs. This can range from mild skepticism to outright dismissal or hostility. Navigating these attitudes while maintaining integrity in their work can be a delicate balance for lightworkers, often requiring them to develop resilience and patience. Lightworkers often find it challenging to balance their personal lives with their spiritual work. The demands of their roles can sometimes overshadow personal needs, relationships, and self-care. Finding a harmonious balance between their spiritual calling and personal life is a continual process that requires mindfulness and self-reflection. Many lightworkers undergo profound spiritual awakenings that can be both enlightening and disorienting. These awakenings can lead to significant changes in their worldview, relationships, and life direction. Adapting to these changes while maintaining a sense of stability and grounding can be a formidable challenge. The path of a lightworker is filled with rewards and challenges. Understanding the struggles they face, from energy depletion and alienation to coping with skepticism and balancing life roles, offers valuable insights into their experiences. Recognizing these challenges helps in appreciating the depth of their commitment to healing and spiritual service and their sacrifices that they make in their journey to support the collective growth of humanity. Lightworkers, with their unique contributions and challenges, play an indispensable role in the tapestry of spiritual and healing practices. In the spiritual practices of witchcraft and Wicca, the intertwining of lightwork shows us a harmonious blend of energies focused on healing, growth, and positive transformation. Lightwork, with its focus on high vibrational energy and collective healing, can often go well with the principles of many modern-day witchcraft and Wiccan practices, which often focus on personal empowerment, connection with natural energies, and the practice of magic. One of the primary ways to integrate lightwork into witchcraft and Wicca is through healing spells and rituals. Practitioners can create spells and rituals that focus on sending healing energy to individuals, communities, or the planet as a whole. These workings might involve the use of crystals, candles, herbs, and symbols that resonate with healing and positive energy. By directing intentions and energies towards healing, practitioners are performing a common practice of lightwork. Lightwork emphasizes connection with higher energies and spiritual beings such as deities, spirit guides, or natural forces. In witchcraft and Wicca, practitioners most often design rituals that facilitate these connections, which is very similar to lightworking. This usually involves creating sacred spaces, using specific chants or incantations, and performing rituals during significant lunar or solar events. These practices enable practitioners to tap into higher vibrations and receive guidance, wisdom, and support from the spiritual realm. Combining lightwork with witchcraft and Wicca also means concentrating on personal and collective spiritual development. This can be achieved through meditation, energy work, and the practice of mindfulness. Practitioners may engage in regular self-reflection, energy cleansing, and grounding techniques to continue a high vibrational state. Also, being a part of group rituals, workshops, or gatherings can bring about a sense of community and spiritual growth, balancing with the lightworker's goal of heightening collective consciousness. Visualization and affirmations are powerful tools in both lightwork and witchcraft. Practitioners can use visualization techniques to manifest healing, protection, or personal growth. Affirmations, when used in spells or daily practice, can help in reprogramming thought patterns, focusing intent, and aligning with positive energies. Both lightwork and modern-day Wicca and witchcraft focus the importance of ethical considerations in spiritual practices. The Wiccan Rede, "and it harm none, do what ye will," aligns closely with the lightworker's principle of working for the highest good for all. Intertwining lightwork into witchcraft and Wicca involves a conscious effort to ensure that all practices are conducted with respect, love, and commitment to causing no harm. The intertwining of lightwork into witchcraft and Wicca offers an exciting and harmonious mixture of spiritual practices. By combining healing rituals, connections with higher energies, and a focus on personal and collective growth, practitioners can enrich their spiritual journey and contribute positively to the world around us. This pulling together of paths highlights the shared goal of many spiritual traditions: to heal, empower, and elevate both the individual and the collective. So now that I've studied up on the world and domains of lightworking, I developed the following thoughts. 1. Many of us are already performing lightworking in our practices and don't even realize it. Many of us mainly focus on the positivity of our magic, bringing about good and helpful changes for us or others. In fact, to be honest, as many of us already know, it's pretty rare to see negative magic being thrown about nilly-willy towards others or the mass population. You are more apt to see someone physically harm someone than for a person to send malignant magical energy towards them. I'm still a firm believer in balance, and I believe after learning more about lightworkers that these practitioners are not about just embracing the positive all the time to denying and running away from the negative. In fact, in order for a lightworker to grow and progress with themselves and better empower their own spiritual growth, it's extremely important for them to experience the balancing of positive and negative so that they can share their wisdom gained from these balancing of energies to the world. Lightworkers do not deny that there's negativity in the world. They just choose to project positive energy to help those who are experiencing this negativity to help soothe them and comfort their fears and pains. So much so that some lightworkers will sacrifice their own stability and comfort to give to the less knowledgeable and confused person who's suffering, to better their circumstances, knowing that they're wise and capable enough to bring themselves back from the darkness much easier than the unsuspecting victim. Through examination of lightworkers within the context of witchcraft and Wicca, we've journeyed through various scenarios of what it means to be a lightworker and how these practices interconnect with traditional witchcraft. From understanding the focus of lightworkers and their historical connection to witchcraft, to understanding the specific duties, activities, and challenges they face, and lastly, combining lightwork with witchcraft and Wicca, this journey offers a well-balanced view of a path marked by healing, spiritual growth, and positive transformation. We began by introducing lightworkers, highlighting their unique vibration and mission to serve humanity. Lightworkers, identified through various spiritual labels, possess intuitive and empathetic abilities that enable them to feel and heal the energies around them. Their roles as healers, guides, and spiritual catalysts set the foundation for understanding their broader impact on spiritual practices, particularly in witchcraft and Wicca. The historical lens provided a fascinating insight into how lightworkers align with the traditional understanding of witches and cunning folk in Europe. This connection highlights a shared lineage of healing and positive magic, outlining how modern lightworker practices echo ancient spiritual traditions. Delving into these specific types of lightworkers, from energy healers to light warriors and responders, we uncovered the diversity within lightwork. Each role, with its unique focus and abilities, contributes to the collective well-being and spiritual advancement, showcasing the multifaceted nature of spiritual service. Addressing the challenges faced by lightworkers, such as energy depletion and feeling of alienation, brought forth an empathetic understanding of their journey. These insights remind us of the personal sacrifices and resilience inherent in the lightworker's path. The integration of lightwork into witchcraft and Wiccan practices illuminates a harmonious combining of spiritual paths, so to speak. This fusion strengthens healing practices, deepens connections with higher energies, and promotes personal and collective spiritual growth, demonstrating how well these practices work together. The journey through the world of lightworkers within the framework of witchcraft and Wicca reveals a fascinating world of spiritual practices focused on healing, growth, and transformation. Whether through individual practices or collective rituals, the lightworker's path offers amazing insights and tools for those seeking to enrich their spiritual journey. Embracing these practices can lead to a more harmonious, empathetic, and spiritually enriched life, contributing positively to the collective consciousness and the healing of our world. As we reflect on these insights, it becomes clear that the journey of a lightworker is not just a solitary path, but one that intertwines with the broader spiritual community, offering lessons and inspiration for all who seek to walk in light and harmony. Well, that's going to wrap up this episode of Witch into Working. How do you feel about lightworking? Do you practice lightworking or know anyone who does? Let's all know down in the comments below. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up and please subscribe if you haven't already. And don't forget to ring that little bell to be reminded of the wonderful and exciting future episodes to come. I love you guys and gals. Blessed be.